So this is one of our implements in the continued march toward frugality and sustainability. It's a Fiskars Max Reel mower, reel mower. And we've been mowing with it this summer. It does pretty well, honestly. Here's some I've got. Still got to get that there. A few things. It cuts kind of like scissors. So a typical mower has the spinning blades, which just kind of beat the grass. The blades of grass have to be right between this bar here, and as the blade spins, it kind of pinches it between there. So true to the Fiskars name, it's kind of like scissors. So if you've got grass that's too tall to fit in there, in that gap between blade and that bar that runs across, it won't cut it. You can start with a higher height setting and work your way down. That works. The settings are here. I assume it's 4 inches, but 4 to 1. I usually cut it like 2 teeth up from 1, and it's pretty easy to push unless you get into real thick stuff. But then again, you can just set this down as you go. Just make a few more passes. This is rear discharge. Then if you want to kick the grass back out the front, you pop that up like that, and that's now front discharge. But then you're mowing the grass that you just mowed again, and it makes it a little tougher. So I usually keep it back like that. So pros and cons. Of course, the pro: no tires, no oil changes, no blade sharpening. It's got an adjustment back here. There's a little nut down in there. There's one on each side, and that's for closing the gap between this blade and that bar. There's a chain in here under this cover, and it'll tighten that up. So they say it's self-sharpening. I've had one of these for, I don't know, 5-6 years on and off. We traveled for a bit and I sold my first one. This is our second one, and yeah, I've never had to sharpen the blades, so they're essentially maintenance free. Nope, you're never buying fuel. There's no noise, so cut whenever. It's a super relaxing cutting sound, so I really like it, and really no issues with it. So I'm gonna mow a little bit here and see what I mean. This down here was already cut, but kind of see the path up through there. So like right there's some taller stuff that it missed, and it was really dry, so I haven't even mowed this for quite some time. So yeah, there are patches that are a little taller, and it kind of misses some of them. Something else to note, you got to pick up the sticks before you mow, because it'll jam up your blades if you don't pick them up. Yeah, it cuts pretty clean. It'll cut up smaller sticks, but anything bigger in it kind of just gets caught, it'll make a thud sound and stops the blades. You know what I like?
No.
You. Uh-oh. Hit that with the blade, that's no good.
To throw them into the woods.
It's autumn.
And it's so fast.
So another obvious perk to this is if you work a desk job, it forces you to get exercise. You know, if you get a riding mower, it's just a big bladed lazy boy, and you sit all day at a desk, and then you sit to ride home, and then you sit to mow your lawn, and then you sit to watch TV, and people wonder why they're fat and sick. So here's the finished product. Even got some stripes if you're into that. Got some tall pieces in there, like I said, that the blades can't really pinch. But it'll keep your lawn cut. That's what it's for. So if you're on the fence about getting it, highly recommend. Saves you a boatload of headache and maintenance on a riding mower. You know, you don't have to haul it anywhere. None of that.